I think it's entirely personal preference on how long or how short you want the head. With Pippa, I just like to keep it in keeping with our shortish body. So I will go over our head with a 19mm, which is a 6 guard comb. That's about 2 up from our body. You can go 1 up, you can go 2 up, you can just scissor it in, you can take it off. It's entirely personal preference, I think. I just use that as a guide for a length on our head, and then I'll go in and I'll scissor tidy everything up. Next step I do is I clear out some of this around the ear. I don't go too far into the sides of the cheeks because you may need some of that hair. The next step I do is I clear out in between the eyes, and I just use thinners to clear out some of that. I'll then take the thinners and I'll thin a little bit of this out as well. Comb everything forward, and I'll use chunkers to start taking some of this back. Not so much at eyes at the minute, but I'll just take some of this off and back. I'm going to watch you don't get these little bits when they scrunch the eyes up, these bits stick up and stick out. For the eyelashes and eyebrows, just depends if you want them left on or not. You want to make sure you don't catch these bits of hair. So what I like to do is I'll put my finger there, getting cut. Then I'll pick up thinners or chunkers again, and I'll blend that out back into the head a little bit. The sides of the face, tuck the hair back, like that. Comb it all down, and then this bit here, obviously we've cleared out some of the hair here. This bit here I'll comb up, and then using chunkers I'll start taking a little bit off at a time. Then with the sides of the face, I'll join that up and along. I'll just use some curves just to take the thickness off. And make sure you get all underneath. Use thinners or chunkers. Just using thinners here. And then I'll soften that line up. We'll also go in the mouth, and I'll get this little tuck area out. Doesn't matter what it looks like. As long as it's out, it stops all the food build up and horribleness. Put the ear down, have a little check, see what it looks like. Obviously we've still got to put the head in a little bit better. Now with Pippa's mouth, I don't tend to touch that much because she's got about 3 different textures in her face. She's got like the nice fluffy head, but all of this is quite straight and drops, and then it goes to fluffy and then even fluffier. So I tend to just leave this. I don't touch it too much. Sometimes you can brush it forward and trim anything that falls past the nose. But with Pippa, I tend to just try and not touch it as much. If there's a little bit that needs trimmed off, I'll trim it off. Like the top of our nose here, I won't skin down the nose, but any little bits that are sticking up, I'll just start trimming off a little bit. Start this side of our face, pretty much the same. I'll fluff all this up, obviously cleared out of our ears. I'll fluff this up, and I'll start taking a little bit off at a time, so it's the same as the other side. Chunkers, I take a bit of that off there. for some curves. Now I'll go in and I'll take some of that length off with my curves. Make sure you don't go too short around this section. And then start going in with thinners, blenders, fluffers, whatever you want. Start softening that line up a bit. From bit, bring forward. And I'll just use thinners for this because it's quite thin. Clear all that out. Like I say, I'm keeping this because if I start chopping into it, it's going to look really choppy. Just with it being so straight. Pretty much even on both sides. Just look a bit chunkier here. What I'll do is I'll go in and I'll start tidying up and around her head a little bit as well. I'm just going to use chunkers for this. If you keep your head straight, keep combing and fluffing. I'm going to go in with thinners now. Just to take off a little bit rather than chunking out as much. We'll just keep going around with thinners or blenders, just to keep fluffing and taking little bits off, making it neat. And there we have it.